It is still the conversation, and we thank you for staying tuned. As we approach the festive season, it is important to address the dangers and vices that often accompany it, particularly the use of fireworks known as banga or knockout. Despite the ban on the sale and unauthorized use of fireworks, the practice persists, posing serious risks to human lives and property. To shed light on the topic, Yuletide, campaign against fireworks and other vices, is Dr. Mustafa Tukur, the State Director of the National Orientation Agency, Lagos Directorate. You're welcome, sir. I hope I got that name right.
Yeah, thank you. Good morning, viewers at home, and good morning, Lagosians.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
So we're looking at the campaign against fireworks, but again, I think we should understand why there was a ban in the first place, because growing up, blowing knockouts was a thing, although I did not, because I was very scared of it. And a lot of people might not really understand the dangers of doing this thing. So I think we should begin the conversation from there.
Yes, I think, as you said, the use of firework to celebrate the Juletide season, of course, has been part of us. But you see, event of recent years have also proved that the use of firework can be dangerous as well. And I think what makes it to be so is that maybe you can say the misuse of it. Because I have also witnessed several events around that. I could remember years back, on the island, when groups will be using fireworks, of course, and later, it degenerated into crisis.
Yeah.
I think that has been the point. People later on started using it, to cause, mayhem, and violence. Ordinarily, it is meant, to celebrate. But maybe because of the environment we are now, the new environment, let me say. So people tend now to misuse it, or to apply it away from what.
I'd like you to shed light on this misuse. What exactly are this, misuse of this fireworks?
Yes, misuse. What I mean by misuse is that ordinarily something that is meant to celebrate. People now use this as a form of weapons. Maybe use that word, weapons.
Okay.
To either as inter-rival what's it called? Crisis. Because I've witnessed such in the past, on the island during this Fanti Carnival, when you see some group of boys, trying to throw fireworks, at each other. That is where the problem usually starts from. Then beyond that too, I was somewhere last week, we were at a traditional palace, and he cited that as an example because we currently we are going about doing some programs and engagement for this same issues around security consciousness. We're trying to create consciousness because of this season. We know that this season usually attracts such things. So we have been going around to sensitize people, and we have been paying advocacy for them. We were at Ezenibu Palace last week. Thursday, we were in Oba Fesha Palace on Tuesday, and we were in Seriki Hausawa's Palace on Wednesday. And we reiterated this fact that people should be so conscious. And I remember the KBC made reference to a particular house in his community where that has been their tradition, using the fireworks, and they've been telling them that when the day comes, it might be out of hand. And surprisingly, a particular period, a year, armed robber came to the house, and they had gunshot, thinking that maybe it was their usual fireworks celebration. Only it was a robbery scene, and before they could know, things have happened, and the robbers have escaped. So we also use that opportunity to tell KBC to help us, at least appeal to the people that this is a period that we need to be conscious, and we should discourage our young ones, especially parents too. Parents should not indulge their children in this because, of course, if parents don't buy fireworks for children, of course. They won't have opportunity of doing that. And that has been the reason why we have been going around. We've visited the candidate chairman, because imams, to tell them that even in the church, let them use that as part of their sermons too. Because by the time they keep on saying this to their members,
I was going to ask you
that might also discourage
of religious leaders, because 31st night, New Year's Eve,
exactly,
it is like a thing.
Exactly.
Once it's 12 o'clock, Happy New Year, you start hearing it. So, and I remember that in my church back then, a pastor would always say, in this place, we don't blow banger. So it was like a rule.
Exactly.
So how important are the role of stakeholders, the parents, the religious leaders, the community leaders in enforcing this?
Yes, yes. Like I said, we'll be going around on our own, trying to create that awareness, and we believe that our gatekeepers, that is the community gatekeepers, we call them the traditional rulers, religious leaders, and community leaders. In fact, last week Friday too, we had a forum in the Ikeja local government, a town hall forum, where we also assemble religious leaders, community leaders, youth. Lagos State Youth Council was also part of it, and part of what we discussed was on that. And you see, all these things are not, of course, don't just happen. People cause these things. So we continue to engage with our stakeholders to emphasize that to them. And that is why we've not even stopped. If I live here, tomorrow we are still going to have a walk, a roadshow. And on Wednesday too, we have similar program to continue to even reiterate this fact to our people. In fact, we have also involved the law enforcement agencies too. And I think one thing we also need to realize that we also need to address the point of supply too.
I was going there.
Yeah.
That's
Point of supply.
what are the people?
Yes.
What role are you playing, or what are you doing? Are you extending your sensitization, awareness talks to the people that sell it? Because if these youths do not see these things in the market to buy, they will not. They will do without it.
Yes. Fortunately, too, the Yaloja of Kenya was at that forum, and somebody we engaged with most of them. I think what we also need to do now is to maybe approach the source too, the source where these things are being sold as well. Because if you don't address the point of supply, we might not be able to restrict or curb this. And we will continue to work with the law enforcement agents. I think they have critical role to play in that area. Maybe, if possible, they can confiscate these things from the source. From the source. Yes, where these things are being sold. If you don't cut the supply chain, of course, people will still have access to them. And we can't continue to talk about the danger of firework without addressing the root cause. In fact, the point of supply, as I said. Of course, we have a plus borders. I like that many of those things are imported. Yes, we know we have plus borders, but at the same time, we can control the supply internally.
Within the state.
Yes, within the state.
Okay, some residents are of the opinion that a total ban is unnecessary.
Yes.
That it can be controlled, like what you said. Yes. That because there are some schools, when they have this their Christmas parties, they use these fireworks in a controlled manner. Exactly. So a total ban, is not what some people believe in. That look, there's a way that it can be controlled, that be managed. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I don't totally agree. Why is that? Yes, why I might not agree with that is that, yes, even if you talk of school environment where such can be controlled, or church environment,
it's not in the hands of the students.
I said, yes, but at the same time, you know when it will get out of school environment, or like for example, how do you determine what goes to school and what also goes to society? Because of course this thing comes from the same source. So how do you determine somebody who has come to procure firework to be used in school or to be used in the public space. So it's better. It's better because since we have realized the fact that yes, it is being abused.
Being abused.
It's better we don't just put a stop to it.
Okay.
But there's no way. There's no way, like I said, there's no way you can control the shame. I mean, the one that goes to school where it can be controlled, and the one that eventually gets to the hand of people that will abuse it. That's it. That's my concern.
Since we're still talking about schools, so is the National Orientation Agency engaging schools? Because those who would want to,
those who love,
love to use this
are
thing
within this age
students,
bracket, yes.
young people.
In fact, one of our new approaches to sensation is that we don't just treat ourselves to a set of people. Last week, we were in Lagos State University of Education, Janiki. We operate at both state and local level. We have our offices across the 20 LGA, where they focus on primary and secondary school. We focus on tertiary institutions. I've been to Federal College of Education, Akoka. I've been to, myself, I led the team, been to some private institutions in Lagos here too. And we keep on doing this because we need to also focus our attention on the youth across across level, be it primary, secondary, and tertiary. Even I was also part of we visited some primary school and secondary schools as well. So we've been doing this. We've been going around to sensitize students, not only members of public alone. We go to schools, and part of our messages are on this the need for security awareness and consciousness, so that people will be so much careful, especially in this period.
You also let them know the dangers of engaging in this.
Yeah.
Talking about dangers now, we've talked about the environmental challenges. We've not talked about the health risks on children and, of course, the elderly.
Yes, this is very obvious. I've also been a victim of that. I remember.
Oh, you were a victim?
Yes, victim of this firework. Yeah. I was on island that year, years back, about 20 years ago. Some group of boys threw, and they didn't landed on it. Oh my goodness! But almost my cloth was
got to your skin.
Honestly, I eventually it now led to a violence because people that I was seated with had to retaliate. I think that generated the crisis. So ever since then, I've always been so much conscious, and that is, and beyond that, we have seen where fireworkers also led to a fire outbreak in homes. Fire outbreak. Apart from the danger to health, even fire.
And it's a Harmattan season too.
Harmattan season, exactly. So we keep on saying this, and of course we won't stop, passing the messages. But it's very obvious that we need to just do something to address it.
So what are the challenges your agency is now facing in passing out this message?
Well, I would say we are having some challenges, of course, in terms of mobility to move around. Although we've been working around that, and the new Director General has been working assiduously to get some of these problems addressed. But by and large, we've been making efforts to overcome the challenges. But basically, we'll be having challenges of mobility to go around. Like I was supposed to be in a Petrus last week, but due to mobility, of course, and other challenges around it. But we continue to see how we can overcome that.
Okay. All right, there are other vices associated with the Yuletide, aside the fireworks. We have reckless driving, theft is on the increase and all that. So how is the NOA also engaging with stakeholders and community members against these vices?
Yes, we continue to do this. We have been working with a Federal Road Safety Corps. They were at my office recently. We have been working with other law enforcement agencies too. We are also planning to meet with the new executive members of the NURT. Yes, I'm planning that to pay them a visit and to have a kind of engagement with them but we need to talk to them, to their critical stakeholder, and the members of RTAN2, that's the Road Transport Employer Association of Nigeria. We are working around that, but we have been working with Federal Road Safety Corps. We had some engagements in Oshodi some times ago to educate, most really, the drivers at this period.
Okay, so how does your agency now collaborate with like the Safety Commission here in Lagos, yes, in driving this message effectively?
Yes, most time we are being invited to their public forum.
Okay.
They also do organize a public engagement forum, and we are also invited. And our point of messages have always been on the issue of reckless driving, and drinking while driving, which is a major driver of accidents.
Okay.
Because yes, we've been passing these messages, and we've been working in collaboration with them to ensure that we get these messages across.
Okay, so the season is, if we say we want to take away this fireworks and also, how best can people enjoy the season? I know that there is this one they call, is it no long?
Disco.
Okay.
That one is safer.
Yeah, of course, of course.
But it's part of it.
Yeah, it's part of it.
But how do you now take that out of the other ones that cause?
Well, like I said, I will be in support of total ban.
Total ban on everything. Okay.
No fun. No.
Of course, you can create funds, in so many ways. Can go to resource centers, can visit, cinema, and I'm also aware that LTVH that organize yearly, yes. Yeah. I mean that's part of the way to create fun.
No, for children, if they don't have the fireworks like the disco or the bang 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 bang, they don't feel that
life has changed.
Christmas is here.
But having realized the dangers.
It's because you're an adult, sir.
Even as a child, I was never really fan
wasn't your own thing.
Yes, my mates, but I was never really into that because of I don't know why.
Yeah, I wasn't because I was not scared of it anyway.
I don't like it, and I don't buy it. I don't buy it for children. I don't buy it for children. I don't.
No, you've even had first-hand experience, so
yes, I don't buy it for children.
Okay, this Yuletide season, comes with a lot of social gatherings or celebrations, that can escalate into some public safety issues. So, what is the NOA doing to address that?
Like I told you earlier, with our advocacy visits and the enlightenment forum we had last week was a part of what we have been doing to ensure that people are well informed and become security conscious of their environment. And we also told them that, yes, when they say something, should say something. We mostly, of course, pass these messages to the national rulers that, in their domain, whenever they observe or people report incidences of violence or anything around violence, that they should take appropriate step by contacting the law enforcement agencies so that they can help them to arrest the situation. So we've been working around this, and we won't stop doing that. We have a line of activity for this year, which began in October. So it will run through the new year. So this tomorrow too we have places to go till the end of the year.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm still talking about social gatherings. A lot of our youth and families, gather at these beaches, to celebrate the season. Is there anything the agency is doing to address, youth conduct in this particular area with the beaches?
Yes, like I told you.
A lot of shows, a lot is happening.
Yes,
carnivals around there.
Like I will personally even visit some of the centers of this kind by myself.
Okay.
I've been talking to some people I know around that, and I will be there, some of my staff, to also use that opportunity to talk to people. Last week I was called by a friend too, from Ireland, and I promised them that I'll be around during Christmas and New Year. So this is also part of
Okay.
what we are doing to engage people beyond the
Beyond the,
yes.
even beyond the season.
Yes.
So still talking about engaging people beyond the scene. Now, we can't take away the power of social media.
Yes.
So is your agency also, do you have campaigns on the social media so that you can reach a larger audience?
Yes, that has been part of our age-long effort. You know, apart from engagement in that area, we've been working over years against issues around fake news, misinformation and disinformation. You know, social media has been the major tool by which this, fake news,
Are you really in the faces of people?
Yes, we are all, we are in all, we are very effective on our social media handle.
Okay.
X, Facebook, and other social media platforms. We are fully
Active there.
active there. Fully active.
Okay, looking ahead now, how or what sustainable strategies can the NOA propose now to ensure that this message against fireworks and other vices reaches a broader influence? Of course, audience, you talked about social media. Now I want to talk about the communities, and of course, how can individuals and communities support what the NOA is doing?
Yes, we've been having that. We've been having supports of the people. And I told you we have offices across the 20 LGA, even and the 37 LGA too. In Lagos State, of course, we are working in line with the political system of the state.
Okay.
We didn't just restrict ourselves to the 20 LGA. We have officers in the 37 LCDS too. And they work constantly with the CDCs and CDA members. I have also attended meetings of this, of the CDA and CDCs across these LGAs. And this is part of our strategic methodologies that we use in ensuring that we continue to engage with the grassroots people. You can't leave out the community leaders, the CDCs and the CDAs. They are most important. They are one of our most important stakeholders, and we continuously have them in everything that we do.
Okay, so still talking about engaging the grassroots, do you also engage, like this is a state now, Yoruba states, you engage with the Yoruba language for those who do not understand English, so that they can really get the message?
Yes, one of our strengths as an agency of government is that
I know they use pidgin a lot.
Yes, even we have a staff who speak other languages, Igbos, Hausa, even other.
So everybody, nobody is left out. Everybody understands.
For instance, I remember when we visited Jalapa, we went with our staff who can speak Hausa. When we visited Jeremy Felodun and other Igbo dominated. I told you last week we were at Ezendigbo Palace, in Okota, and we brought along our staff who are Igbo speaking staff. So and even the Eze, receive us. Like it's his family. Yeah. Because he was at home, he was happy.
So speaking your language is a skill you need.
Exactly.
Okay, I want to, moving away from fireworks and the Yuletide season, let's talk about your agency, the NOA. Are there any new campaigns or programs in the pipeline that we can start looking forward to, like against the next year,
yes,
2025?
The new Director General has come up with what is known as a National Value Shutter project. It's an ongoing project, and part of that project includes what we call 7 for 7.
What does that mean?
Yes, campaign. Yes, just a few days ago or a few weeks ago, we organized debates for tertiary institutions across the country. In fact, in the Southwest, Lautech, that's the largest university, emerged as a winner for the zone. In the North Central, too, I think University of Learning, and in other zones. So we are going to have a grand, the grand finale in Abuja next year. We have a series of other programs like that we are trying to create what I call civic harmony. Civic harmony between the government and the people. In fact, the focal point of that 747 project centers around renewing the social contract between the people and the government. Because, yes, we believe that we have been talking to the people alone over the years. So it's high time we also brought in the government officials too. And we came up with what I can also call a symbolic, charter that we call 7 for 7. That's 7 itemized expectations of the citizens. And another 7 itemized expectations of the government. So, in a way, to bring about what I earlier called social harmony or civic harmony, between those who govern us and the people, so that we can have renewed hope in the country.
Talking about renewed hope, a lot of people have lost trust in government, and regaining this trust will not be easy. But anyway, I hope that this pulls through.
Yes, you see, I believe that, of course, every society is in a state of a flux. We continue to evolve. And we can't just say because of temporary challenges we are facing, we should lose hope in our country. We continue to talk to people. Let's continue to have hope. And I want to assure you, the current administration is working assiduously so that we can overcome all those problems. We can even see some of them already manifesting. Yes, manifesting. So just take us to have patience. And that is what we are doing. And that is why we are continuing to engage with people on weekly basis, on daily basis. As I speak to you, our local government officers will be somewhere, either in the market or with the traditional rulers in their domains, or at the motor parks, or in schools, engaging with people. We have, like I told you, we have a line of activity around that national value project that I mentioned. Has so many components. Aside the forum, we've had, at least so far, we have had about 3 public enlightenment forum, whereby we bring people together, aside the fact that we go to meet them in their various communities. And we do this on a sustainable basis. It's going to be a continuous thing.
Just before we go, so what is your message to Lagosians, Nigerians as a whole, to build the trust in today's government?
Yes. Like I said earlier on, this is our country. We don't have any other country. And we can only build the country together when we have the trust in people that lead us, when we continue to show support for them, and when we continue to even play our part as citizens. Because no society is built, on a wing, because that will be, on that joint wing. So we need to work and believe in ourselves. I have made several references to countries who have moved up, even countries, in Asia that we look up to as models. They have also passed through this. And it is because of the spirit that the citizens also have. Because you don't just build society, like I said, on the promises of the government alone. We as citizens have to also play our role. And that also explains why our agency has come up with that National Value Project called 7 for 7. It's only when we do this that we can actually build a stronger and better Nigerian society.
So that people can better understand government policies. And the government also understand the people. But again, so our topic is Yuletide, campaign against fireworks and other vices. What final message do you also have for Lagosians as they prepare for the festive season?
Yes, as we prepare for the festive period, I want to enjoin Lagosians. Let's be law-abiding. Let's support the state government. Let's create peaceful environment by being law-abiding citizens. Let's also continue to promote peace in our various communities. I also want to enjoin our community leaders too. They have roles to play in this. Let's keep watching. Let's be vigilant. Let's also try to ensure that when we see something, we see something. Don't let us just fool the harms. Let's play our part so that we can, together build a better society for ourselves.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And as we conclude this enlightening conversation, it's clear that while we celebrate, while we are enjoying, it's also a time for caution and responsibility. Thank you, Dr. Mustafa Tukur. He's the State Director, National Orientation Agency, Lagos Directorate. And we've been talking about Yuletide campaign against fireworks and other vices. We'll go on a short break.